Hello, Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. This is one of the best readings I've had for you Earth signs in that I can even remember, actually. But it's a really good reading. You know, and as great as this reading is, right, the struggle I had to get this reading done and the meditations and the download is because some people, by the choices they're going to make, okay, it can either go for you or it can go against you. Alright? But it feels that some of you are going to make some good choices here. Alright? The other ones is the good outdoes the bad. That's what I can hear. The good outdoes the bad. No matter what, right? The good will override the bad. And some of yous, wow, you got something really good coming. But also, I must say, you know, sometimes you have to go through something, and because you stuck it out, you're going to reap the reward. Okay, those who don't give up, some of you gave up. Okay, I must say so, right? And some of you didn't give up. Some of you even left and returned, okay, to a relationship, and that's what made it work. You put the work in, so you're reaping. You're going to be reaping the harvest. Oh gosh, wow. Okay. Some of you are definitely dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Wow. Wow. Okay. The bottom of the deck of the overview, you've got you are loved, Earth signs, okay? And I'm going to read that to you now. This is for Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. You are loved. Everyone is in your life for a specific reason. This card asks you to realize that. Deep down, people truly do care about you and want you to succeed. Sometimes indigos step into anger when they feel as if people are trying to control them. Know that this time in your life is very temporary, and before you know it, you'll be making your own rules. It's okay to go along with what others say, as long as you feel that their rules are based in love and wisdom. So detach for a moment and allow yourself to see the situation through other people's motivations. The angels love and respect you unconditionally and are always on your side. Okay? You are loved, even though some of you may feel, say, in the past that I don't feel loved, but you was loved. Okay? Now, the card that overviews the reading, you've got look through the situation here, Earth signs. There's something you need to look through here. Look through the situation. Let me just put this behind here. Alright? As indigo, you may get caught up in the emotions in a situation and feel stressed or frightened. This card reminds you that life will continue long after you've gotten through this challenge and forgotten all about it. The angels ask you to concentrate on the good things in your life and to see beyond whatever is going on around you. One of the best ways to find resolution is by releasing the situation and allowing yourself to feel relief. Take time to relax and imagine what it will feel like when this trying time is over. Trust that the angels hear your prayers loud and clear and will help you with resolving every aspect of this situation. Okay? So whatever you're going through, because what I'm seeing here, where you're coming from, you've got the Moon card here, okay? And it shows here that somebody who was being deceptive in the past or confused was returning, okay? Somebody could be returning who could have even had you in a third-party situation or hurt you at some point, or vice versa. Some of you want to return back to someone. It could even be a Pisces, Cancer, or they may have this in the chart. Some of you is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay? And some of you is the earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. You'll know which one resonates with you. Okay? But it did show that there was some separation within a committed relationship. Some of you, it was for 10 years or more. Okay? Because of some form of delusion. Alright? So, I'm going to speak to you regarding this delusion, where you're coming from. Okay? Because it'll explain more better where you came from, okay, to where you're going, right? Because this is the reason why you got to this stage here now, because this is where you're coming from, right? This is for earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. If this resonates with you, please subscribe, like, share, follow. And thank you for all those who have subscribed and shared and followed. Okay? Wow. Okay. You got the Moon card here. Okay? And I'm going to speak to you regarding this, because this is from a different deck. It's from the Moose Tarot card. So from their perspective, I'm going to read to you what this card actually means. Means the same as most cards of the Moon card. It speaks about illusion, hidden truth, shadows in the moonlight, facing your fears, obscuring knowledge, the need to trust your intuition here, using your instincts here in the past, the things you cannot know at this time, and the subtle illuminations that's going to be coming out. Okay? But it also shows in the past it was a very confusing reflection you was getting. Now, focus on this Moon card here. She is having trouble seeing the path that it lie ahead. Two maidens light the way, yet neither can illuminate what exists beyond the fog of the horizon. Their counsel is to tune in to the moon and to trust her inner voice. She squints to see, and the watery surface plays tricks in the dark. The shadows of the shadows cast illusions, and without true clarity she finds herself quieted, afraid, unsure. She takes a deep breath, and the moves of the moon stirs as her light bends and lengthens. Moonchild, there is an ancient wisdom ahead, and yet you must meander into by moonlit streams of unconscious trust, and allow your intuition to hear the gentle nudges of you knowing. Her voice streams in, louder now. Find peace within the shadows, for there is deep magic there. Find deep truth in your own discernment. Some of you, it could have been advice from a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer that gave you this advice, that was telling you to use your intuition in the past. Okay? Because it speaks about own your discernment. Sometimes you cannot know until you walk the way. Okay? That's talk the talk, walk the walk. Alright? Say what you mean and mean what you say. Know what your path will indeed be one of uncertainty at times, and allow your fears to dissipate as the sun peeks over the horizon at dawn. You are written in stardust and folded through time, and the seas of illusion are your mountains to climb. Okay, so some of you were in the past were living form of illusion, and some of you who was with fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, because this could even be somebody that may have this in a chart or you had children with. Okay, for some of you, you had kids for a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. They may even have this in the chart, or fire and water in the chart. Okay, but somebody was hurt here in the past year. Okay, and it could be because there was a third party situation here in the relationship. All right, and this was with somebody you lived with and had children for. That's for some of you out there. Okay, earth signs, right, with this moon card as well. It also speaks about in the past of this relationship, it wasn't what you thought it was. Okay, or some of you, things didn't happen the way how you remember it did. Okay, because there's been a lot of things which occurred within your relationship previously which you're not aware of, earth signs. Okay, your partner or your potential partner has not exactly been 100% honest with you about their past, or vice versa. Okay, this speak now. This is what's been going on between you in the past. Okay, because there's been a lot of head burying. Like, ostriches burying their head in the sand, don't want to see what's around them, pretending things ain't happening. Okay, some of you are your partner, don't seem to see the relationship for what it really is in the past. Okay, some of you are living in a fantasy, and all doesn't seem to be as it seems. Okay, and something's not right. But for some of you, everything is not as bad as it seems. Okay, for some of you, see it's not as bad as it seems. Okay, because some of you, you're the type of person who always assumes the worst. That's for some of you. Okay, but these are only your own insecurities that you're actually displaying here. Just because you worry about your relationship, earth sign, doesn't mean you have to. You have a choice. Okay, you could either walk in faith or walk in fear. That's for some of you out there. Okay, because when you're being negative, you can start to see that this relationship is not what you think it is. Okay, because you start going on that line. Some of you might even feel you have met your soulmate, but this partnership has problems which you do not even realize. It's more negative than positive when it's like this. Oh, you're being more negative than positive right now, earth signs. Okay, when it's like that and you start doubting and going into fear, of course what you fear is what you draw. All right, for some of you, your love is not what you think they are. Okay, you could have met somebody in the past and you had the illusion of how this person was, and then in reality you find out they're not exactly how you thought they were. Okay, because if you assume the relationship is going well for some of you, then your partner doesn't feel the same way, earth signs. Okay, by contrast, that's for some of you. Because if you feel as though they do not care about you, earth signs, all right, then this is not the case. They do care about you. All right, they're even more keen than you think. It's just that you're thinking very negative, and because you're thinking negative, you're drawing what your fears to you, and then you say, I knew this would happen. You know what I mean? Because you drawn it, you created it, and if you don't like what you see, earth sign, change it. Okay, you are the master of your life and your thoughts. Where your head goes, your body will follow. All right, for some of you right now, other people's opinion about your relationship, it seems like they don't seem to have no opinion anymore. Okay, So whatever you're thinking that people were thinking, they're not even thinking about your relationship, earth signs. Okay? For some of you, within your environment though, there is spiritual forces at work here which are having an impact on your relationship. I must say this for you. Okay, with this moon sign here coming from the past here. Okay? It's possible that your partnership is being affected by spirits, witchcraft. For some of you, it's even your destiny. Okay? For some of you, right, what you will be seeing, if this is the effect, you'll find that your partner has mood swings. Okay? If it's females, they're going through the hormones, but with the males, okay, their mood will swing. One minute they're all right with you, next minute they're not, they're snappy. There's something going on, and you thought to yourself, ah, what's happening here? Okay? One minute we're all right, and next minute shit could hit the fan any moment, and you don't even know what's happened. Okay? That's for some of you. In the past, it seemed like nothing was feeling as it seems, or in your circumstances, some of you are coming out from that and you feel like nothing seems right now. You kind of got a question mark over your relationship. Okay? But I would advise you just to continue, go with the flow, you know. Everything will be revealed in due course. What you're supposed to know, you'll know. Okay? But you must be mindful, though, to try and see things for the way they really are. Okay, earth signs? And not what you want it to be. Okay? Some of you, though, you may need to seek some kind of spiritual help for this relationship. Okay? Or do work with law of attraction, crystals, birth charts, analysts, you know. Get into your spirituality here, because some of you, your relationship here was being under attack. There could have been somebody out there who was jealous of your relationship, and they were forming some form of witchcraft to go and split you up. Okay? Split up your family. Right? That's for someone out there. Could be specific for someone. Alright? Or if somebody's going through this. Right? Because you're wondering what's happening, because for some of you, we're so focused on wondering what's going to happen in the future that you brought yourself into a point of anxiety and stress. Because when you look to the past, you get anxious. When you look to the future, you get it's like, say, you start worrying, right? But if you stay in the moment, you're at peace. Because looking to the past is depression, looking to the future is anxiousness, and in the moment you get peace. So go with the flow, just stay in the moment, okay? So a lot of things are going to be revealed to you, right? Some of you, though, when the moon comes up, some of you could be underneath some kind of self-deception, okay? So the chances are you probably cannot even guess what the future is going to be. And that's how you felt, or feeling for some of you, okay? Some of you, you need to aim to enjoy your relationship, okay? Some of you need to build your relationships that are not on dreams, okay? Some of you need to aim for a relationship that involves a lot of pillow talk, and you know what I mean? That you stargazing is like, say, some of you need that, okay? Some of you, what you need to avoid, you have a habit of kidding yourself, earth signs, okay? Especially in relationships, because you only see what you want to see, okay? For these reasons, you need someone who is more direct, okay? You need to avoid relationship with people who try to pull the wool over your eyes, because some of you, like they say, itch your ears, hear what they want to hear. The people that love and care about you, earth signs, is the ones that's going to be telling the truth and shaming the devil no matter what, okay? And sometimes the truth does hurt, but they're doing it out of love because they care about you, right? The other people around you who ain't saying nothing, they're watching you fall in a hole. They know you're going to frick up yourself, but no one's trying to stop you from doing it, okay? Because you have to figure out here who's around you in your environment. They're either a help or they're a hindrance, okay? If someone's speaking to you and they're telling you direct truth, right? And you can't fail to say, I can't agree with you, because even if you don't say it verbally, deep down you know what they said was true, okay? And if more than one person tells you the same thing, earth signs, you need to listen, okay? That's for someone out there. For some of you, though, you do hope that all is not as it seems, okay? Some of you are waking up to the truth of your relationship, okay? But instead of accepting reality, you're just praying that everything is just in your head rather than deal with it in the past. You know what I mean? This is where you was. Because this is the reason why I'm giving you where you're coming from, because I'm going to be leading up to where you past, present, and future. But this is what you're walking out from, right? Because some of you feared in the past that your relationship is not all it's cracked up to be, okay? Because deep down you worry that you're too wrapped up in your relationship to see the negative for some of you. Some of you were too wrapped up in your relationship to see the negative, okay? Or to see there was a problem for some of you, okay? Some of you were a bit paranoid about it, okay? Went through paranoia for some of you. Because what you didn't know here, earth sign, there is so much you do not know and cannot imagine about this relationship, okay? Because nothing is as it seems. It's possible that you or your partner are living in a fantasy world, but you know, some of you are going to be coming out of that and dealing with reality, okay? That's for some of you out there. And if you can relate to that, please subscribe, like, share, follow if you know somebody who needs to hear that, right? Because what I'm seeing here with the what you don't know, right, in the past what's going on is that, yes, for some of you, you have the Seven of Voice, okay? Something you didn't know, but you now know, probably for some of you, okay? Oh, it's come out. Seven of Voices is like, as you can see in there, the foxes, you know, somebody's being up to some form of deception here, okay? Someone's even wearing the face of a fox. Do you see that? Male or female, but there's a female here that's wearing the face of a fox. Wow. You know what I just heard? Wow, 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 wow. You see that doorway here, right? Where you're supposed to go down. There was several people or foxes around you who was trying to stop you from going through that doorway. You see, there's even ones look like they're trying to even guide it, but you're supposed to go down this path, but people are trying to block you from going down there, okay? But this is in the past with the Seven of Voices, and I'm going to actually read that to you now, right? Ooh, here we go for this one here. Trickery, thievery, deception, taking only what you need, being honest and aligned, paying attention to what's really going on. They're the con artists and the copycats, seeing past deceit, okay? That's what this one means. So it's like the Seven of Swords, okay? There's some form of deception around you, okay? Some of you are going through the aftermath of some form of delusion that you was living before. Like I said, you're coming out from this moon. Like I said, it all follows like a domino here, right? So for some of you now, you're coming out from this past deceit that you was going on with. Okay, for some of you it was happening to you, and some of you were doing it to others. Okay, vice versa. You'll know which one resonates with you. Okay, but you got the Seven of Swords here, right? It speaks about how lovely it all looks, how serene the bridge with everything is perfect order. Okay, it leads to perfectly shiny things, so she stays focused on the green meadows that lie ahead. They promise their perfection. You see, she looks up, suddenly noticing the moose looming ahead, with her intense gaze, peaceful yet insistent, and something feels off. A gut instinct, something that she can't quite put a finger on, something made of shadows, happening in the reflection. Her inner senses are tingling with the most distant of alarm bells, and she knows she must trust her instincts on this one. As you cross your own bridge of illusion, this moose warns you to be on your lookout for deceit, theft, or the misalignment of values. Take only what you need, trust in your own integrity to guide you. The security of your moral compass will grant you passage, because only in truth can the threshold be really crossed. When the oceans of truth so openly welcome you into their womb, why do you settle for puddles of half-lives and seek morsels of nourishment, knowing they could never sustain your soul life force? You know what I mean? Some of you had everything you needed, okay, in the home, in your relationship, but some of you could have thought the grass was greener on the other side, okay? Some of you were actually even delusioned about your relationship, your marriage. For some of you, because the next card to that is Four of Inspiration. Four of Inspiration is like the Four of Wands, okay? So for some of you, you were delusioned about your relationship, okay? Or your marriage for some of you, okay? Some of you was either you or your partner could have been starting to use your intuition to say something's up in this marriage, something's up in this relationship, something's not right, okay? Started to kick in big time, right? So I'm going to read to you the Four of Inspiration. It speaks about an event or gathering, time with friends and family, a celebration, happiness, a marriage, or another important milestone. Experience the sacred in your community. Wow! So before I can continue, I'm hearing that some of you are using your intuition about you soon be moving home, soon be getting into a relationship. You're using your intuition here. Something's letting you know something's coming, right? Wow. Okay. It talks about a gala of stability. This is stable, something that is grounded, okay? One of each of the four elements. This quartet of creators sits quietly, taking in the moment. The lights have been hung, and in a few moments the moon, the sun, and the stars will align. And as they gaze into each other's smiles, the tears of joy begin to flood their senses. This is it. Some experiences goosebumps, spirit bumps, and others feel their hearts expanding, as this milestone is one of those that need to be fully felt and remembered. The Four of Inspiration teaches us to honor the moments when we gather with friends and family, and remind us to celebrate our achievements. These times are marked junctions of stability, community, and joyful accession. Allow yourself to learn to lean into these celebrations on the journey and integrating them in stellar memory. They are the glue of your story. A gathering of epics, trust, of faith and love and kin. A gathering of epic must the right as we begin. These milestones mark collective thoughts, some lay the steps ahead. When true foundations build your home, love weaves a golden thread. Okay? So some of yous, in the past, there was some form of deception going on. Okay? But you used your intuition, and your intuition there was letting you know, kicking in to say, you better start focusing on your relationship and your home. Okay? And the stability and your security. Okay? Some of you got a message to say you're getting or moving to a new home or relocating to a new home. Okay? Some of you, we're buying or purchasing a new home. That's for some of you. Okay? But some of you, your intuition was kicking in to say that I was delusional about my relationship, and my instincts telling me, say, something's not right and I need to look for another home. Okay? That's for some of you. Alright? Because some of you here with the King of Coins, which represent yourself, you could have been dealing with another earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus, but this could have been somebody that you've got children for. Okay? Something that was stable, committed home. Alright? Some of you was dealing with a fellow earth sign, or they may have this in the chart. Some of you, they may have fire in the chart. Okay? But for some of you, with the King of Pentacles here, who's usually stable, family guys, usually married and committed here. Some of you here with this King, right, could have been experiencing this, either you was a fire sign or an earth sign, alright? That your gut instincts was telling you, say, something was wrong in the relationship, something was going on, or your partner was feeling this way. And for some of you, you realize, say, you got to go and, say, put the work into your family, okay? Or your partner's starting to realize that they need to put the work into the family now, right? Because it's like material assistance here, a provider, okay? This is somebody that's going to be, you could be married to, that's taking care of you, right? Because the outcome shows here, you're going to have a financially opportunity that's going to be presented to you. Abundance. Okay? Because the outcome is showing here for you earth signs. Right? This is something you didn't know now. Alright? That you have the resources you need to pursue your dreams. You'll be able to manifest your spiritual, emotional and intellectual ideas. You might even get rich in the process for some of you. Or your partner will. Okay? Because some of you, you're about to get a new lease on life. Or on a new piece of property here. Okay? Like I said, some of you could be buying or purchasing a property or relocating. Some of you, it's a new job. Okay? Some of you could be using your intuition here, and you could realize that a job could be coming in, that you're going to get this job that's coming up. Or your partner could be getting a job. Okay? That's going to be abundance. Brings abundance to you. Alright? That's for some of you. Right? This is something you don't know though. Right? If you can resonate with this and it's happening for you, then please like, share, follow. When you got the 4 of Wands here, the card that fell beside it is the 9 of Cups, which is going to be going to the 10. Okay, so some of you have got your wish come true. That could be a new home, your relationship's more stable. Okay, you're more committed in your relationship here, right? That's for some of you, right? Somebody out there is in a stable relationship and they're feeling contented and they're investing now in their family and home. But I feel that majority of you, that's what you'll be going through right now. Okay? It looks like you've come through the worst right now, and things are starting to now settle down. Okay? For some of you, it speaks about sharing one's happiness with your family. Okay? Happy life, happy home. You know? This is your wish. Right? And some of you, it's with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay? That's for some of you. Right? I heard that too. Yeah. Because I don't want to bring bad news, but in the past, which also for some of you, there was a third party within your marriage and your relationship, and your intuition was telling you that. Okay? Your intuition could also been telling you here that somebody was kind of doing some form of witchcraft or black magic to go and say, keep your relationship apart. Okay? That's for some of you. But you know what people don't understand, right? When they say witchcraft or black magic, you know, for somebody to even curse somebody out and wish them bad, that's witchcraft. Do you understand? It's simple as that. Even something simple. A person doesn't have to be cordial up and sitting down like a witch in the pots and doing all kind of candle magic or nothing like that. This is somebody who their thoughts are so dark and so envious or so want what you have or jealous of you that they've been sending negative thoughts towards your relationship that was making bumps in your relationship, causing arguments in the home, causing you or your partner to switch on each other. You understand? That's how strong. But wherever the mind goes, the body will follow. You know what I mean? And people speaking it out or arguing and cursing you out. Okay? Remember, words is as powerful as a two-edged sword. Alright? Cuts right through to the marrow bone. That's for some of you out there. Wow, I need a drink. Wow, yeah. But it's not going to work, I see. For some of you, it's not going to work. It will only work for those who gave up on the relationship. If they gave up on the relationship and it was under attack and they gave up, then it worked for the other person. But if you, Earthstein, stood your ground, okay, through thick and thin, because you invested too many years and financially invested in this relationship that you're determined to see it through to the end, you'll get a good outcome. Because what you sow, you shall surely reap for some of you. If you sow a good harvest, you're going to reap a good one. If you sow a bad one for some of you, that's what you shall reap. Okay? So, some of you right now could even be taking action, taking your power back. Okay? Especially if you've got fire in your chart, or you're dealing with a fire sign, earth signs. They're taking control. They are actually fighting for their family. Okay? To keep their family together. Okay? Whew. Wow. And for the outcome, right? You got the 9 of inspiration. 9 of inspiration is like the 9 of wands here. Okay? This also speaks about somebody who's determined to not give up. But it came out reversed, but I turned it around. Some of you did give up. Okay? I must say that. Right? Some of you did give up, and because it was too much for you, especially if there was a third party involved. Some of you did give up, earth signs. Alright? So you got the 9 of inspiration. Getting another message here, that's why, sorry. For some of you, right, there could have been a third party involved in your relationship. Yeah? Yeah, I did say that. That was the deception. That was when your instincts were kicking in that something wasn't right. Yep, covered that. All right. So 9, inspiration. A last defense, protection, setting boundaries, following through to the final push, giving up too early, or being overly vigilant. Or for some of you, it's unwarranted defense. Some of you are being defensive when there's no need for you to be defensive. Some of you are giving up and there was no need for you to give up. Okay? The 9 of inspiration. He endures gracefully, ready for the last stand. After all the work, the training, the time invested, and all the delights and challenges along the way, there is one final push to make it all happen. Some have given up, others have fallen away, but she knows that this final stand is what will make it all worth it. She sets her boundaries of protection, knowing in her heart that if you give up now, she's giving up on all the energy that she has already put into this endeavor. She asks you to rise and sustain your north. It's time to tie up loose ends, to follow through and to meet your goals by seeing them through to your proper completion. Follow through and see it done. And one last stand you take. Root your spirit into the very dunes as you ignite and set it into the landscape of you knowing where all your truth resides. Okay? Because it's now like fight or flee. Some of you need to stand your ground, give it that final push. Okay? Because you're nearly there. Alright? Some of you are giving up, like I said, and some of you won't give up. Right? For the next card, in the meantime, that followed that, some of you could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. They may not this in the chart. Okay? Some of you could even have this in your chart and you've taken on the air sign where somebody here is definitely laying it in the stone. Okay? Putting a line in the sand, setting boundaries here. Okay, some of you are taking on this, or you're dealing with somebody who's setting boundaries now, you know what I mean, that you don't cross this line kind of thing, you know. That's for some of you, right? But this air sign's usually somebody who speaks the truth. Okay, they may have air in the chart and they're being could be like sharp with the words, but it's going to be the truth. Okay, that's for some of you, because you've got here the, what are they? Yeah, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You're dealing with earth sign. They're telling you the truth and they're putting boundaries down. Okay, and they're saying you're not going to cross this line. Okay, it's respect at the end of the day, right? Integrity, you know what I mean? Some of you are standing your ground on this and you're not giving up, right? For some of you who are dealing with this air sign, some of you is the Queen of Swords, okay? And some of you are dealing with the Knight of Swords, right? For some of you though, some of you are going through a transference of knowledge. Okay, like I said, things you didn't know before is going to be revealed. Like I said, what's in the dark is going to come to the light here, right? Because for some of you here, some of you, your ships have come in and you no longer have to wait. Some of you, it's with a fire sign, or they're standing their ground, or they was about to go and say give up because they had enough. Okay, but they're going forward, right? Some of you who are dealing with the fire were determined to go forward, and so is the air sign. Okay, they want to start a new beginning in love. For some of you will be no longer waiting and starting a new relationship. Some of you have given up and started a new relationship. Okay, and some of you, it could be with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, right? And for those who were still waiting for the ships to come in, could have been renewing their relationship, because some of you who had several choices in the past, okay, and who chose the money, okay, because they didn't choose a person, they chose the money, right? And they chose to get a message here of somebody here is going to be paying out some money. It could be to a child, maintenance for a child maintenance, buying purchases for the home, you know, some of you are, right? We're getting a message here. It's a good message because it's a finance regarding finances, But some of you are going back and forth. What should you do? Okay, some of you are no longer blinded by not seeing things. You took the blindfolds off, but now you're in a point where you need to make a decision. Okay. Oh, wow. And some of you are making a decision. Okay, like I said, for some of you are holding on to your pentacles, holding back. Okay, some of you made a decision that you're holding on. You realize you was holding on to something that was dead. Okay, that's for some of you. Some of you are made a decision now to let go and let God, because what came along was your stability, your marriage, your relationship. Some of you were holding off for a new home, and it looked like you received it. Some of you were holding on for something more stable because your ship came in, you was waiting for. Okay, you're going forward, you got your ship came in. For some of you, it could be a job that you got, you hear news about getting a new job. And for some of you, there will be justice here, because some of you are going to get justice, because you might even be going into a more stable, committed relationship, because there you are. And it could be you're going to be in a more committed relationship. You could be taking it to the next level, to even get married, live together. Okay, some of you it's with a fire sign, some of you it's with an earth sign, and for some of you, no, that's strong, fire and earth. Very little air apart from that deception that was coming in the past, but you've gotten over that, because even through the good and the bad, I see that. So some of you, you've actually stuck it out, and if you stick it out, if you're even waiting to get married and all that, that's all there for you. That's the brilliant, it's the best reading, because you are loved. Okay, and some of you, you stuck it out to the end. Some of you gave up. Okay, and with you giving up, this is what you lost out on, the opportunity, okay, of a stable relationship. But those who didn't, believe you me, keep going with the flow. Okay, keep investing in your family, your children, because some of you's here could even be working with your kid, showing your kid your skills. Okay, showing your kids your skills, you know what I mean? Passing on inheritance down to children here. Okay, working with the family, all working together. Brilliant, brilliant. I say brilliant. I have to go and even get a loved one for this one, because it's so good. Okay, it is so good. This is for earth signs, sun, moon, and Venus rising. It's the best reading I've had for you. Ooh, yep. Some of you though, you need to let go of control issues. Okay, I said go with the flow. Okay, allow the situation to unfold naturally. Okay, and some of you are getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond deepens. So it's like spending quality time now with your family. Okay, to getting to know one of each other. Like I said, past life relationships. Some of you have turned back to somebody you was with before, or they came back. Okay, some of you went back, some of them turned back up. You have known each other before. Okay, it was a past relationship, and behind that is wedding. Okay, oops, how can you see that? Over here, yep, wedding, past life. Someone you was even married to. Okay, but for some of you, right, for those that gave up, okay, some of you need to love yourself first. Okay, and some of you need to free yourself, because you need to love yourself first. You're not ready for a relationship, for some of you, because you getting paranoid up in your head. Some of you could have even had a nervous breakdown. Okay, and for some of you, you're going to realize it was all in divine timing. It was worth the wait. Okay, You was at work in your love life all the time. Yes, sometimes some of the things you had to go through, for a reason. All right? Because it'll help you grow to be a better person. And those that were determined to go and say, I'm holding on to my relationship, I'm fighting for my relationship and my family and my children, it's going to work out for the greater good. Believe you me, like I said, it's the best reading for Earth sign. I'm glad, even, because I've been reading now these past few months, and it's been very depressive for everybody. Okay, I know that we're going through this lockdown, but I'm glad to see that some good has come out of it. Believe you me, definitely. I hear too blessed right now, Earth signs, to be stressed. Okay, I'll leave you with this now, and if it resonates with you, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, right? Please subscribe, like, share. If you know somebody who's an Earth sign, share with them, because goodness is coming their way. I send you love and light. Namaste.